So maybe you heard this, maybe you didn't. But Rockstar has been banning people left and right in their Twitch, YouTube channels, whatever it is, banning people for just typing the word GTA 6. When you add that to the fact that they also are issuing copyright strikes to one of their original founders just because he decided to post a fucking old footage of old engines that were put into GTA titles, you have to ask some fucking questions. What kind of Rockstar do we have? Because I see all these internet bros and shit talking about like, oh, Rockstar is gonna go ultra woke in GTA 6, I'm not gonna like that. I don't give a shit about that. What I give a shit is how the company is treating gamers, and every single day it passes now, it becomes worse and worse. Like, there's always a fucking headline that makes me question, what the fuck is Rockstar thinking? And up until this point, I've always thought, it's Take-Two Interactive, right? They're the ones issuing copyright strikes and cease and desist to people who were creating mods back in the day when, OpenIV or Open4, whatever you want to call it, was being cease and desist. But right now, Rockstar and Take-Two are pretty much the same thing. I can't even create that distinction. To me, it has been a devolution of proportional sizes. I used to understand that, okay, we have to separate the two of them, right? And Rockstar isn't doing this, to now understanding that Rockstar reaps as much benefit as Take-Two would in any of these processes, like, cease and desist and shit like that. Every time I gave some sort of like benefit of the doubt, they proved me that I can't trust them. And I understand it's a company. Maybe I'm the dumbass for trusting a company. But they were always regarded in high value to me. But they were always a company that I thought, they make really good single player games, like they're a banger. And don't get it twisted. The only reason why I still follow Rockstar Games, and most likely the same for you, is the fact that they make really good single player games. I'm still playing goddamn Red Dead Redemption 2 for the fourth fucking time because it is an amazing game. It's one of the best stories that I ever played. I mean, literally, I bought Spider-Man, and even though it's an amazing game, I'm still playing Red Dead over that. Not because, again, it's bad, but because Red Dead Redemption is on another level. It's just majestic. In terms of single player experience, it's just mind-boggling. And I know what you're going to say regarding this whole Twitch and YouTube, where they've been, again, banning people just because they said GTA 6 in the chat. It's harassment, right? Like, they just get tired of people asking the same question when they know they can't answer. First and foremost, that's the problem, right? They could give us at least something regarding GTA 6 other than, oh, we're making it. Thank you. After 8 years, I would think it's a really bad idea for you to not do shit in your game studio that when it comes to that's almost a decade of no games. Oh, I'm sorry, of no GTA titles. But whatever. We're talking about a company. They're not a person. So when you go about this way to treat fans that they want your game, you see there's so much hype. Like, most indie developers would give a finger for people to talk about a game that hasn't even been released yet. The way that people, GTA fans specifically, talk about GTA 6. It is a privilege. And when you see Rockstar treating this privilege as, get the fuck out of my... Like, they're kicking you in the face when you're literally holding to their ankles, right? They're in control, and even with that, they're fucking kicking us in the face. Fuck your enthusiasm regarding our next game. Like, how are you gonna treat fans like that? And I'm getting sick and tired every day. And if this pattern follows, man, believe me, I like really good games, but I don't like being pissed on, okay? So when a company comes to me and says, you know what, give us your fucking money, I want to see your face for the rest of the day, I don't give a shit about you. I'm not gonna buy your fucking game. I know a lot of people won't do this. There's a lot of people who are submissive when it comes to this. They will buy the game as long as it is good. And usually I don't give a shit about external factors. But when it's about a game company that doesn't reassure me when I buy the goddamn game, something tells me that I'll be fucked along the way when you bring in microtransactions as you have with GTA Online. And I don't know if you guys remember, Rockstar used to be the company that would make games that would criticize our games. Now I look at GTA Online or GTA 5, I see Jimmy playing the fucking goddamn game every time, and I'm going like, oh, maybe he's playing GTA Online. They're criticizing their own game because this is what I've been making as well for 8 fucking years. You haven't even been making any game. It's not like FIFA that comes out yearly. You haven't released anything. You released Red Dead Redemption 2 and that's about it. Not only you're late, but you're complaining and punishing people for being interested in your own damn game that hasn't even been released yet. So many, like I said, indie developers would fight for that chance. They released the game, nobody gives a fuck. You have a game that hasn't been released and people already are dreaming about it. And your reputation is... Rockstar, don't take it for fucking granted. Because everything has a beginning and an ending. And right now, you certainly are reaching the fucking ending. You're taking turns that you should be taking. And sure, we can't trust EA, we can't trust Ubisoft, we can't trust any fucking company out there. But there's plenty of indie games and they've been on the rise lately. There's a reason for that. Because even if their games are not as majestic, right, as GTA 5 or Red Dead Redemption 2, they're fun. I have almost 1,000 hours on the goddamn indie game that every day I prefer to play over your microtransaction riddle multiplayer game that is not even fun anymore. I made a whole video about how useless this last update was, and supposedly it was the best update that you would release. It was a summer update, for crying out loud, and you served us this shit. Just so you people put this into perspective, Rockstar in the previous months, right, they have dropped support for Red Dead Online. They released a shit summer update. These two incidents that I just reminded you of, the banning people for saying GTA 6, copyright striking one of their own fucking founders. Oh, and don't forget that now they're apparently a music label, right? They release shit on Newswire about fucking music. Bro, what is this? I don't care. Tell me something about GTA 6. Even release a small, shitty ass update for GTA Online. But give us a fucking game. Give us something to play. And I know I'm not the only one who's sick and tired of this shit. But this rant that I'm having right now, this is a build-up. I'm not even sure if I'm putting music in this game, in this video, because it's just a personal thing to me. I'm just done. I'm fucking done. I've reached the end. I can't even pull jokes. I'm not even thinking about that. Right now, I'm putting every single negative shit that I ever thought about Rockstar. Not because I want to be negative, I want to be mean or whatever the fuck. It's because I'm pissed about something. No, I'm just literally pissed about this build-up of fucking disappointment year after fucking year. There's nothing. There's not even a third title that we could talk other than GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption. You haven't released anything. You drop support for games and you don't even seem to be working on the next one. You don't give us anything. You work on a fucking enhanced, what the fuck was it? The definitive edition. We're not going to talk about that shit. When they outsource something like that to a team of 30 fucking people. I'm not even going to talk about that shit. But the remastered and enhanced, where there's mods right now that you pay $10 and they're 20 times fucking better. We're sick and tired. This is not going to last. This reputation that you have, this certainty that you will sell, is gonna go away. You better get your shit right, because even I'm not a fanatic. I'm never a fanatic about anything where I go to the point of making people like the game or something like that. No, but I certainly do love this game, and I feel very pissed when you have such a fucking full potential and you decide to waste it on what? Really? Is it financial reasons? Is it in the investing? It serves you better if you take all these fucking years to release a game? Because I know GTA Online is making you a shit ton of fucking profit. But how about you give us some integrity as you have in the past, right? Where you released DLCs that, sure, we had to pay for them, but they were amazing, like the Ballad of Gay Tony or The Lost and Damned. I'm getting really sick and tired, and I know for a fact, maybe for different reasons, but people are getting sick and tired of your shit.